Okay, guys. So what we'll go through right now it's divorce. What do you need to know about your house and your mortgage and your taxes during a divorce? Um, with all this uh, chaos going on in the society, and where people, maybe in the um, unfortunate situation where you might be going through a divorce. And normally, so before I go continue, let me talk about myself. So my name is Ray Chen, and I guarantee you to sell your home. And if you are in a divorce and if you need to get your home so quickly, we have a 1, 2, 3 easy, very fast program to get your home sold fast for top dollars. Um, so I have sold hundreds of homes before, and I can get you. I have a team. We can get your home sold fast for top dollar, and we can get the job done. So let me come back to the subject. So in every divorce, a home is usually one of the biggest uh, um, items, one of the biggest financial equity that people have to deal with in a divorce. So today I'm going to go through with you the options you have if you are involved in a divorce. So basically, there's four basic options, right, in every divorce in regard to a home. So number one, you can sell the house now and divide up the proceeds. That's one option. Number two option is to buy out your spouse. Number three is have your spouse buy you out. Number four is to retain your ownership. So these are the four basic options. But obviously, if we do go into detail, they're much more involved in how carry that out. So I'm gonna go through in detail. So number one, it's number one option you have in actuality is refinance. So if one spouse move out and won't get off the deed, and the other spouse is going to have to refinance the mortgage. The pro is that you can avoid late payment and the late charge. Let's say if the other spouse did not remove their name or his or her name from the mortgage, if they are late on payment, then you will be the one that's get the late charge, and there's going to be a lot of fees accumulating, right? So that's the pros of refinancing. Uh, Number two, it's to both spouse still stay on the property. Obviously, in actuality, it may be difficult to do because a lot of times when spouse get into a divorce, it's usually very ugly, right? It would be, I would imagine, it would be hard to continue to live in the one roof, but nonetheless, it's also an option. The pro of this option, it's you get some time, both of you get some time to straighten out your finances before you can reestablish yourself. Because with you two uh, still remaining in the house, you don't incur extra charge cost, right? For example, if one of the spouse leave, they would have to have money, come up with money to pay for the rent, for maybe new furniture. So if you both spouse, if you are able to manage to still co-inhabit in the same house, it gives both of you um, time to re-establish yourself. And the con is that if both spouse are on a mortgage, it so it's probably it's going to be where a little bit more difficult for you guys to get another mortgage. Let's say if the husband, both wife and husband and wife still stay in the same property, and if the husband is trying to buy another home, then you probably be a little bit difficult for the husband to get another loan, right? And there's another upside for this option is if the spouse that left the house and did not make the payment, if the home is sold, the spouse that left the home still get to get the equity. That depending on what perspective you look at it. So number three, one stay, one leave. Okay, so the pro for this one is that the spouse who's staying at the house continue to make the payment and will get the credit and for the principal paid prior to the sale of the house. But we know, a lot of people, most homeowners have a 30-year mortgage, so that any principal that's been paid is probably gonna be very minor. It's probably not gonna be a big principal. So the con it's for one stay, one leave is that the spouse who moved out and rented will still get credit for half of the proceed once the home is sold, even if he or she did not pay for the mortgage premium. And another con is that moving from marital home increases your monthly bills, like we talked about, in the last point. So whoever that moved out, then your cost is going to increase. Number 4, you can defer the sale. Just a reminder, I'm not an attorney, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a CPA, I'm a real estate broker. So all information shared here is for information purpose only. So we do not have a client professional relationship. It's all for information purpose only. So number 4, let me keep going on. Number 4 is to defer the sale. A couple can also defer the sale and of the house until a specific time. So the pro of this option is both parties will be still on the deed, but one spouse will move out. This will be part of the final court order. The con is that the spouse staying in the house, if the spouse stay in the house default on the mortgage payment, the other party will end up being responsible as well. And the other con is the spouse, the negative side, the downside is that if the spouse not residing on the co-owned property, unable to get another mortgage unless he or she makes enough money to make the payment on both. So for example, if the spouse that, if you try to get another mortgage, then it's going to be hard, right? Okay. So number 5 option is rent. So another possible choice for the spouse is both spouse move out the property, and you get your separate, you rent your separate property, right? And you lease out the marital property, right? Both spouse move out, you lease out this marital property, and as long as you can keep the renters in there, the scenario would be good, right? So obviously the upside is that you can wait for the property, or you can you're not pressured to get the home sold as quickly as possible. That way you can get a better price. I mean, the downside is that let's say if you rent the property out and if the tenant is not a good tenant, if they don't pay the rent, then you might have a problem. Then if the tenant don't pay the rent, then not only you have to pay your own rent for the apartment you rented, you have to pay the mortgage as well. This is number 5, the rent option. Number 6, you can sell. So if your mortgage is underwater, it's highly unlikely that you will break even if you decide to sell the house. You may be able to upgrade or to get a better price, uh, and also you may strike a deal with the bank for the bank to actually no for now we're not talking about a short sale. We're just talking about selling the home. um, so that's an option too. Just sell the home if you have enough equity. This option, the upside is that you get you it's easy, it's hassle, it's less hassle. I mean, it's not easy in the sense that you have to prepare the home for sale, but it's easy that you don't have to deal with your spouse that you just divorced, right? Number 7 is short sale. So a short sale, it's when an agreement is made with the lender to sell the house at a loss. So the upside is that it's not going to as much affect your credit as much. Well, it will obviously affect your credit, but it will not be as bad as if you did the foreclose if the bank foreclosed on your home, right? And the downside is that, like I said, there's could be your credit is gonna be affected somewhat. Right? This is a short sale. Then number 8, it's to walk away. Basically, meaning just don't do anything. Let the bank foreclose on your home. So the upside for this is that you just totally ignore it. You don't have to worry about it. But the downside is that down the road it will be really bad consequence for you if you just walk away. Because if the bank foreclose on your home for the next couple years, depending on area, maybe 5 years, maybe 7 years, it will be very difficult for you to get another loan, and it will also be very difficult for you to get another mortgage, to get another apartment. So it's gonna be even difficult for you to rent an apartment. That's why that's when we come in. That's why I feel the obligation to record this to help you guys out there who is maybe in this kind of situation where you may be thinking of walking away. I'm telling you, what I'm telling you to do is not do it. Don't walk away, because we have a 1-2-3 program where we can get your home sold quickly in as little as 7 days. All you got to do is pick up the phone, give me a call, tell me about your home. Second, then we'll make you an offer. We'll get you an offer within 48 hours or less. And then you get your money and you set a moving date and then you move. The good thing about this is your credit is not completely ruined. You can still get a loan in the future, and you can easily rent another apartment. Or if you still have some equity in your home, you can take that money and go buy another home where you don't have a big mortgage on it, right? So that's why I'm so motivated to share with you guys, because right now we have this coronavirus going on. People being sent home without pay. I really hate to see you guys if you run out of the options and you end up on the street, especially the families with kids, with elderly. I really don't want to see that happen. We have the option to avoid all that. We have the option to help you to get a clean restart. So my name is Ray Chen. My number is 626-789-5768. 626-789-5768. Give me a call today. We can get your home sold in 7 days or less. So I'm gonna. So I thank you, for going through this divorce program. Click like my video and comment below. Then I can send you a copy of this report, the divorce report, and subscribe to my channel. And I share a lot of many valuable secrets to help you to become financially successful through real estate investment. So I'm gonna go with a disclaimer. So this all the information provided on this website does not and is not intended to constitute legal, financial, and or tax advice. Instead, All information, content, and materials available on this site are for general information purpose only. Information on this site may not constitute the most up-to-date legal or other information. Readers of this website should contact their professional to obtain advice with respect to any particular matter. Okay, so here's the program today. I'll see you guys next time.